How's it going? It's Rocky. Welcome to our Globex chill session. Essentially, I've been doing this randomly at night to basically nightly trade the futures. And essentially, what I am trading is the MYM, which is the micro for the Dow Jones Industrial Average. It's currently August 11th, about 5:58 p.m. in the Pacific Coast. And however, Shanghai, China, and Hong Kong is not quite open yet. That's the one that opens at 6:30. So visually, this is what Asia looks like. And when you're trading, I highly recommend to wait until 6:30. But of course, depending on your style, you could start as early as 3 p.m. on the Pacific time when the new basically market or the new day starts for futures. And that's usually what we refer to as the Globex session, which is usually when the Asian market is open and the European market is open. So essentially, sometimes there's a correlation, sometimes there isn't, but usually how the market in Asia is doing or how the market in EU is doing will sometimes affect how the future market is doing. So let's put the chart back up here. A few more things that I wanted to point out. You can see I have a horizontal yellow line on both sides here. And essentially what I do is I draw this for the previous close. And if I go on Market Watch and then basically here, let me zoom in a bit so we can see this. So for the MYM itself, I go to the close. So the close was 35,372, and that 35,372 is essentially what it closed at on 1:15 today, so earlier this afternoon. Now I'm gonna go back to the chart here, and basically what I've done is I've drawn a 35,372 line starting at the 3 p.m. And what that helps me really is when I put back the full screen here, it helps me visualize the volume, how things are going. And essentially when we look at the tick page chart, you can see it's just been only 4 ticks since the market opened based on the 512 ticks that I have for the Dow Jones Industrial Average. So it's fairly small there. So a lot of this we're essentially just gonna wait and see if we have a good entry. For now, please enjoy the music, say hi in the chat and whatnot, and I'll see you when we're ready to enter an actual trade. Hey everyone, it's Rocky. It's about 6:12 p.m., about 15 more minutes until the last Asian market opens, hoping for more activity for us to trade there. Apologies if there's a bit of technical difficulties happening. I'm not really seeing much data on the streaming aspect of it, so I'm not sure if you're seeing this live or there's some buffering issues, but I'm trying to work that out in the background, and hopefully I could finally get this together and make it more smooth. Anyway, I'll be back. Enjoy the music. Let me just go through what I'm thinking here. I am biased to go short if the stochastic RSI heads to the oversold side. What we're looking at right now are the indicator on the time-based chart, and if I switch to the tick-based chart and we look at the indicators, if this stochastic RSI goes to the oversold side and on the MACD the crossover completes, then I am thinking of going short. But as of right now, I plan on not making any moves until 6:30, when again all the markets are open. I'm just showing you, I guess, how I pre-game before trading during the Globex session. if you're new to my content, let me just talk about the strategy I use a little bit. And just want to point out, I'm just doing this because, doing YouTube, video editing, streaming, it's just a little hobby I've picked up and I'm trying to improve on. And essentially, all of this is just, for fun, informational, and entertainment purposes only. I'm not trying to sell a course. There's nothing I'm doing behind the scenes that could screw you over. I'm really just sharing what I know. And if you look through my playlist, you can see how, my ups and downs for the year 2021 so far, trading the futures. So essentially, when I trade, I basically use two charts. I use a time-based chart on the left, and on the right is a tick-based chart. So if you're fairly new, time-based chart is, it can be based off of 5 minutes, 1 minute, 30 minutes, or whatnot. What I'm using is essentially a 5-minute chart. What that means is each candlestick equates to 5 minutes itself. And I am using candlesticks here. And then on my tick-based chart, it's a little different. Basically, each candle represents 512 ticks or trades. And something I'm doing different, why it's white and red here, I'm using Heikin-Ashi candles. I won't go through the details of exactly what those are, but feel free to look it up. That's the best way to learn. So basically, I look at the candlesticks to help me decide whether to go long or bullish, or whether to go short or bearish. And something that helps me out as a more of a back check is I look at the indicators. So the two things that I look at are stochastic RSI and MACD. And essentially, I like to be bullish when the stochastic RSI is on the overbought side, so it's above this green line, and when it has crossed over like this. So as you see right now, it's crossed over. This could be bullish. But the thing with Globex is there's really low volume, so the time base is a little hard to trust sometimes. And that's the reason why I have the tick base. So on the tick base indicator, you can see that the stochastic RSI is also headed to the overbought side. But on the MACD, it's not quite showing me a bullish sign yet. I'd like for that to diverge. So diverge means the two lines separate from each other. And it's hard to see on the line, so it always helps you out to look at the histogram down here. So if you see it green and going up, then that's when I'll be bullish. So I wait for both the time base and the tick base to be showing me the same things. I know it's a bit confusing, but it really helps with, when there's low volumes when you're trading. And I wait for it to be in agreement. So I wait for time and tick base indicators to be in agreement. What that means is on the time base here, for this to be overbought, and then on the tick base, this would be overbought here too. And on the MACD, I want it to cross over and show both bullish signs, and that's when I want to go long. And if I want to go short, it'll be the opposite of what I just said there. So we're about we're 4 minutes till 6:30. That's when all the Asian markets open. Normally there's more volume, maybe there's not, but my goal today is really showing what my pregame is. And with my focus changing more to trading at night and focusing on something else during the day when the US market is open, trying to do this more on off market hours or Globex session to see if we can make some money from it. All right, I'll be back. Hey everyone, it's Rocky. Something weird just happened on my little chart here. If you look at my active trader, let me bring that down. It showed that my PL day just jumped up to $495. No idea what that is. Must be a bit of an error because I actually didn't trade during the day today. So, well, let me see what's going on. I'm gonna go to my account statement here and essentially check out the days. I have it from April 8th to today. I'm actually down for the week about $120, so we'll just call that as a fluke. I wish I was up $495, but anyway, I haven't entered any trade because if we look at the indicators, so this is a time-based indicator, it's telling me to probably go bullish on this, but I'm not happy with the histogram that I'm seeing here, and we are below the zero line. And if I look at the tick-based chart for the indicators itself, the MACD is bearish, and again in the middle on the stochastic RSI, so they're not in agreement. So for now, we're just gonna watch and see what happens. Hopefully we make some money tonight. If not, well, at least I'm working out the kinks on this live streaming software. I'm using OBS. Let me show you what that looks like. So, I know that looks kind of weird. You maximize that. Okay, that's even weirder, but actually maybe not. OBS is free, and that's how I'm doing this stream, but I've been seeing some issues according to YouTube, but we'll keep streaming with this, and hopefully we can show us making some money. So I might actually short here. What we're looking right now is a time-based chart, and on the indicator, the MACD is about to cross over here. I'm waiting for the stochastic RSI to go below this red line on the oversold side. And if we look at the tick-based indicator, the MACD has already crossed over, so bearish sign, but it is above the zero line, so I'm a bit hesitant to short. But we're waiting for the stochastic RSI to also go on the oversold side, and essentially we'll probably short. Again, please don't follow my trade. You don't want to, you don't want to get wrecked or basically blame me if you start losing some money. Just doing this just for fun, hopefully to teach others and also learn from others who are doing the Globex session itself. But we'll keep watching this and see what happens to it. Hey Dave, let me show you exactly how much it costs to trade with ThinkOrSwim, and I'm going to bear with me. I'm still working out this OBS. So for one contract, basically, the buying power effect for micro is $990, as you see here, and essentially the fees and the commissions. The commissions is $1.90 one way, and 27 cents for the fees for one way. So $2.17 one way. So back and forth, it's $4.34. Basically, it used to be $2.25 for me one way, but I negotiated that with TD Ameritrade or Charles Schwab now, I guess. But basically, the more you trade, this number will go down. And obviously, it's a lot cheaper to do this at Tasty Trade or Ninja Trader or other brokerages. It just, as I mentioned in my other videos, I prefer using ThinkOrSwim. Alright, since I'm not in any trade yet and I don't want to force anything, just wanted to show you how, I pre-game for Globex and just my train of thought. Just want to show you how I'm doing for the week. I'm actually not, it's nothing exciting. I'm not doing that well for the week. Let's see. So I'm actually, this is from Sunday to today. I started my week at $6,300. We're at 6,182 right now. Had some silly trades that I lost money on last night, but it was a good loss because I had a stop loss, and I'm quite happy. I'm improving as a trader by leaving my stop loss there. So for the week so far, we essentially are at 6,182.73, and we started at 6,318.83. So I'm down $136.10. And to answer some of your questions about commissions and fees and miscellaneous fees, you can see here, basically for 3 contracts, one way, the fees is 81, and then the commissions is $5.70. So that's why I don't really like trading the micros, because the commissions and fees adds up a lot. But because of my big loss a few weeks ago, I can't trade the E-mini right now, so I'm stuck to trading the micro again and slowly scaling up, and hopefully when we go back to trade. for 370, and it's not really looking like a good short. But what's great with micro is it's more forgiving. So if we look at the active trader here, essentially you can see, that each move is essentially $2. So I can handle a little bit of that, and that's the reason why I don't have a stop loss just yet. But if we look at the candle here, the reason I did it, I guess I'm trying to justify myself here. At the 7 o'clock mark, top of the hour, I had thought that maybe it would keep going down because of what I was seeing on the MACD itself. At that time, it was definitely diverging. But with top of the hour, things could just turn around really quick. And now we're seeing a bullish sign on the time-based side. But if I look at the tick base, if I look up my indicators here, still bearish on the MACD, so I'm not quite panicking yet. And what's great is, I can do up to 6 contracts of the micros, so I could always average up per se, since I am shorting. But we'll keep watching this. I hope to end the stream on some sort of a positive note, so we'll see what happens. But I'll leave this on this chart here, and I do have an alert if we fall below 35,360. That's 10 ticks from 370. I'm actually gonna do another one at 35,350 because when I was trading the E-mini, my goal was always to place an OCO after 20 ticks. Alright, so PL open again, $12. And don't mind the PL day showing 485 earlier, but a bit of an error on ThinkOrSwim. It's not a real gain at all. So as of right now, down $12. Yes, it's very slow during Globex, and yes, even slower if you're trading the micro. But it's a good time to learn, and basically I'm trying to see like-minded people who also trade after their 9 to 5, doing this after work. This is like a passion for me, so it's a good way for me to spend my time doing this. Hey everyone, thanks for sticking around. I think I'm gonna end the stream. I do want to value your time, and right now, I don't think there's anything that you'd be learning from what I'm showing. But we are again short for contracts at 35,370. It's about down $16 on that trade, and I'm gonna keep the trade open and see how it goes. Please check back on Friday when I do my summary, and I'll try to review what happened with this trade